Hi, I'm Coach Zenobia Garrison, the Business Success Coach for women and launch while you work strategist at www.successtransitions.com. And thank you for your interest in my training video, 5 Steps to Using Your Message and What You Already Know to Attract Ideal Clients, Build Your List, and Make Money Now. If you are devoting countless hours to your business and still not getting any traction, if you are asking the question, what's the secret sauce to getting clients and making money more readily for your solo business, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to leverage your greatest asset that you have, and that is your knowledge and your expertise, to strike the perfect chord with whom you're meant to serve so that you can get to yes more quickly and more easily over the life of your business. Are you ready to get started? Let's begin.
5 steps to using your message and what you already know to attract ideal clients, build your list, and make money now. You are not only a service provider, but also one who empowers, inspires, heals, teaches, and changes lives with your message and the content and information you share with others. Your knowledge and expertise is the greatest asset you have as a solo professional. To illustrate how and why the power of using what you know is key to building your business faster than you ever thought possible and getting on the fast track to being the success you know you are destined to be, I'm going to be walking you through my 5-step content and business development success blueprint. R plus Q plus S plus P plus M equals success. And in the process, you will discover how to create great content and how-to information that strikes the perfect chord and gets ideal prospects, customers, and clients to yes more quickly and easily over the life of your business. This is fundamental and foundational to attracting ideal clients, building your list, and making money now. But before delving into the training today, I wanted to take a quick moment to tell you a little bit about myself and how it is I got to this very place. I remember early on in my business, there were 2 speeds of my business development, slow and stop. And it felt like the only time I was in motion was when I was running after people trying to convince them of my worth, attending dozens of networking events in hopes of stumbling upon someone interested in hiring me and spinning my wheels going nowhere fast. Oftentimes I was lost, confused, and frustrated because I had nothing to show for all of my efforts. And then one day I decided to stop trying to figure it all out on my own and learn from someone who could show me how. And that I did. I learned from some of the top industry gurus, to include James Malinchak, Tom Antion, Brian Tracy, Barbara DeAngelis, just to name a few. It was when I decided to take my learning to a new level from the best that things began to shift and move for the better. Once I moved past passion and learned how to think and act more like an entrepreneur, it gave me the tools and the information and the confidence to really be and become more of all that I aspire to be as a coach. Now I am more equipped to empower you as a womanpreneur to build a solid solo business from the ground up. Because it's one thing to get started, it's another to sustain over time. And in this sustaining place, we're talking about staying ever present in the face of who you serve so that you can move the reader to action and take the next step with you. The most effective way to do this authentically without chasing after, pushing, and convincing is to use your message and content to get to yes. So you're probably wondering how. How do you do this successfully? Let's explore this using my content and business development success blueprint. The first is the R. The R stands for relevant. Tell them what they want to know. It's important to realize as a businesswoman that it's not about you. It's about who you serve. People are drawn to topics and issues that concern them, not what you feel like writing about. So if you want your message and your content and the words that you write or speak to have a powerful impact, if you want ideas for content to flow more naturally and fluidly, start with absolute clarity about who you're serving first and foremost. And then you need to speak to their heart first and then their mind. And knowing who you serve, you will be equipped to communicate pain points in your content in a way that makes the reader say, yeah, she gets me, or I love what she writes about. It always speaks to my most pressing issues and concerns. This is what draws prospects in like a magnet and gives the reader incentive to become a follower, loyal fan, subscriber, and ultimately a customer or private client. So, in summary, when we're talking about writing relevant content, focus on writing the things that concerns your reader most. The second step of the Content and Business Development Success Blueprint is Q. Q stands for value. People are looking for information that serves them in some profound way and or addresses their unique situation right now. They don't want to have to wade through a lot of fluff to get there. So the question is, how do you provide value with so much familiar content out there? How can you provide more value for your reader and stand out from all the rest? Here are 3 strategies. One is to simply make sure you do your research. As a service solo professional, you're also an information provider. And there's always a need to learn more for you as a solo professional so you can continue to develop and grow, but also for your tribe and your target audience, your followership. They are hungry for information. So give them the answers that they're looking for by finding the answers for yourself first. If you do, your knowledge will shine through, and your readers will always seek you out and keep coming back for more. You will become the go-to person in your niche. Second way to provide value is to use a different twist. Again, there's a lot of familiar content that's out there. So in using a different twist, you can put a different spin on an already existing topic and or explore or go deeper into a subcategory of a particular area. You can also create something based on an angle that hasn't been tapped or fully explored. Think about topics that are not commonly discussed but highly relevant to who you serve, what you do, and solutions they are seeking. Another strategy is to market to the individual instead of the masses. And so what I mean by that is to paint a picture of your ideal client, name him or her, and speak to him or her directly as you're preparing your content and your how-to information. So, in summary, when we're talking about providing value, actually when we're talking about providing quality, that is, always think value first. The third step to the Content and Business Development Success Blueprint is S, and S stands for system, step-by-step process. It's one thing to dump all that you know into a piece of paper. It's another to present information in a way that people can actually apply and get real results. And so what we're talking about here is moving the reader from point A to point B. And this is easily achieved when content is consumable, when it's digestible. it makes it easier to get to yes because the information will be more easily understood. And with that context in mind, that framework in mind, people will feel empowered, they will feel encouraged, they will feel motivated, and feel like they can actually achieve the outcomes or benefits that you may be writing about in your content. So it makes it easier to get to yes. It also boosts confidence levels as well as promotes higher retention of long-term followers, fans, and list subscribers. So in summary, when talking about your writing system, your step-by-step process, focus on making content easy to understand and results-oriented. Fourth step of the Content and Business Development Success Blueprint is P. P stands for package. And what we're talking about here is monetizing your content. Because content is not only used to share what you know and stay top of mind, but also to generate leads and make money. When sharing your content, whether it be via social media, article directories, blogs, forums, just to name a few, it should have the ultimate goal to invite the reader to want to keep in touch, and that is to join your list. But you've got to give them something free to compel them to share their information. And free gift offers, free webinars, and teleseminars are all examples of what to give away in exchange for that information. In so doing, you give that prospect a sample of you and what you're about risk-free. This tactic is used by big corporations all the time. So should you as a solopreneur. So think about it. How many times have you visited a bank or have gotten solicitations via the mail to try a service for a trial period? The idea here is that you will try it for a period of time and then be billed monthly thereafter, unless, of course, you cancel. Or how many times have you been shopping at, let's say, Costco, Sam's Club, or your local grocery store, and food vendors are cooking food and asking you to come and try it? Why? They want you to taste the food, love it, and buy it on the spot before you check out for the day. This is the same business model that you're using as a solo professional, but instead you are leading with your content. And so the idea here is that they will sample your content, they will be compelled to join your list, and later you will lead them to a purchase decision. And whether it be an information product, a training, or a coaching program or service, the idea is to move them to take the next step, even after they have joined your list. So clearly you can see how packaged content is used to build your list and also to prompt business growth and generate revenue now. There is one other consideration that is important to think about when packaging your content, and that is to consider the format, what form your packaged content will be prepared. And the reason why this is important to keep in mind is because your target audience has a preferred way of learning. So if you want to strike the perfect chord, this is not something you want to overlook. It's critically important to choose the instructional mode that resonates with them. And here you see I've given you different samples or examples of ways to package your content to cater to different learning styles, whether it be written, audio, visual, or more experiential. In summary, when talking about packaging your content, focus and think about what to offer and how your target audience or tribe likes to learn to get to yes over the life of your business and make more money. The fifth step, the last step of the Content and Business Development Success Blueprint, is M. And M stands for marketing, sharing your content big and broad. Because if you're not marketing, you can't share your message. And if you're not sharing it, you aren't attracting ideal clients or making money. Get your content and message in the right hands to make a greater difference, change more lives, inspire, empower, and be a blessing to more people. This means you have to say goodbye to the spray and pray approach to marketing and instead get focused and deliberate about where you share your information and maintain your presence. Otherwise, your content creating and business building efforts will all be for naught. So here are 3 marketing considerations to think about when sharing what you know in a big way effectively. The first is where they hang out in large numbers and reach inexpensively. This is key and critical, particularly on a startup budget. No matter what form of free content you utilize, it's got to reach the right people in the largest number possible to have exponential, far-reaching, and limitless benefit without breaking your budget. Secondly, think about your marketing strategy. And your strategy includes a lot of what we've already talked about, where your target audience hangs out, knowing your audience, knowing what to offer, what format to present your packaged content. But in addition, you want to think about what lead generating strategies to use. Is it article marketing? Is it blogging? Is it video marketing, social media, teleseminars, webinars? These are all mechanisms upon which you share your content and how to information in a big way. But you have to choose the strategy that works best and makes sense for you and your business. This leads me to the last consideration, and that is to begin with the end in mind. Think of the purpose. There always needs to be a purpose behind your marketing efforts and what you're doing, and the next step that you want the reader to take. This is a strategic, focused process that starts with clarity of your overarching business goals and vision of where you're headed and how you will get there. All of the content and lead generating and marketing efforts should support your larger picture. So in summary, when thinking about marketing your content, don't spray and pray. Instead, be strategic and be intentional about the what, where, and how of marketing your content. So there you have it, the 5 steps to better content and faster business growth. If you want to strike the perfect chord and get prospects to yes more quickly and easily, your content must always be relevant, of high quality, systematic, packaged, and marketed. This concludes this training video. If you like the content and want to learn more about how you can take your learning to the next level and apply the content and business development success blueprint to your business, simply go to www.myfirstinfoproductnow.com and check out my online training program, My First Info Product Now. You have great expertise, great knowledge, great wisdom to share with the world. It's time to make a greater difference with your message starting today. That's all for now. Until next time, this is Zenobia Garrison.